Somebody say 9/20/2022. Last night in a dream. Last night in a dream, I seen in a dream where there was great protesting in New York. And I seen crowds flooding the streets. And there was nowhere for like cars to ride. This is number 31. Hallelujah. There was nowhere for cars to ride in. The streets were flooded with people protesting. I see signs and different things up. And this was not just women, but this was men as well. And I found myself in New York. I was in a car, and the crowds was like merging in, flooding in the streets. And I realized because of different license plate numbers and because of the building structures in a dream that I was in New York. So we need to pray concerning protesting. And what are these protesting concerning? We need to also pray that there be no violence among these protesting. And there's going to be like a great protesting in New York. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Many in the darkness of night as power has been cut off in the Gaza Strip.
And as we approach sundown here in New York, it's been a day of keep your eyes open. This after Hamas proclaimed this a day of rage and urged people to focus on Jews. Security notable everywhere in New York City, including increased protection at synagogues across the area.
And while there have been rallies and protests, most have remained overwhelmingly peaceful, including this one in Times Square. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo has been following the demonstrations as they moved around Manhattan. He's live in Midtown on the move. Anthony.
Sade, Bill, the people here protesting and standing in support of Palestine, they've left Times Square, and as you can see, they've headed down 42nd Street here. They're carrying signs. One of them, Palestine will be free. And one of the biggest messages they are spreading today, resistance does not mean terrorism. Nearly 2,000 people flooding Times Square in support of Palestine.
Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free.
The message resounding, and according to them, never heard loud enough.
What we are here today to say is that the intention of that genocidal violence is to break the spirit and to break the resistance of the Palestinian people, but it will not be broken.
Free, free Palestine.
Students at Baruch College in prayer before marching to Times Square to unite in resistance to what they call oppression. Many in the crowds condemning the killing of civilians, but they also condemn complicity in what they say has been the slaughter of the Palestinian people for decades.
I don't like killing of children, but our children and our family have been murdered for 75 years. None, zero time. Like, nobody came out and said, oh, why Israel, why do you do that?
The accusations during this global day of action that the U.S. and Israel are a war machine. Not received well by counter-protesters, supporters of Israel shouting back at the Times Square protest, days after Hamas massacred Israeli civilians, and now Gaza prepares to endure more of the wrath of the IDF.
I see a valley of death of people who want to murder and kill and only see blood, yeah? And I walk in peace because God is with me.
And another live look here at this very active demonstration. We're on 42nd Street nearing 5th Avenue as thousands here of people in support of Palestine demonstrate their support, fight back against what they are calling oppression. And as you can see, many of these Palestinian flags they are holding, we are told that they are headed to the embassy. This has been a massive showing of support, and we continue to follow these protesters as the demonstration continues again down 42nd. We're live in Midtown. Anthony Carlo, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
And a peaceful march as well. Anthony, thank you for that. You've seen those live pictures overhead from Newscopter 7. We want to check in with Shannon Sohn, who is in Newscopter, to get her perspective on this protest that's unfolding right now.